Okay, so today we gapped down due to very sad events in Paris. At the moment we found support here at S1, then price broke out and held support here at 600. I bought here exactly at the reversal and support here at 600. Hopefully we'll go back for a gap fill or a retest of 700 and pivot point. These are my targets here, so let's see how this will play out. If we try to see this into perspective, I was saying earlier the last week that this could be very good short, but how can you know if this disaster is gonna happen and you can gap down? Though we did gap down, let's see now if this support will hold the index back up to 800s. Otherwise the price will just be traded here and then we'll have even more downside. Then we'll see. Okay, so now price filled, gap of the price filled. Let's see now if this level right here, the initial balance low of Friday's initial balance, will prove to be a very good short. Otherwise we'll see how this will play out. This is a kind of standard movement when price gaps down due to bad news but not economic news, like this sad news about Paris. Price used to fill the gap, but then we'll see if this will be a very good short or price will go here at 600s and then rallies back more. Let's see how this will play out. Actually shorted here against 90s. Let's see if this will play out. Here are my targets. Let's see if the first targets will get filled and then we'll manage the position to the downside if there is a further downside. So reverse the position for a small profit. Now I'm long against the gap level here, 75.50s. Let's see if price now will spike back up and break out 700s. Sorted again here at 76s for this kind of double top, let's say here, but this again can be rallied back up. Let's see how this will play out. So price moved straight up, found resistance here at 700 fake out. Now I'm short against this level. Let's see if he can pull back here and then find support, or if it goes even lower.
Order cancelled.
Okay, so let's see this into perspective now. Price rallied aggressively up almost 250 points since the open. Now it broke out inside the point of control of Friday's initial balance zone. If this fails and finds resistance here, let's say, then they will pull back very sharp downside. Otherwise we'll just break it out and go higher, let's say 800s, which this could be a good short intraday as well. But at the moment this is very aggressive. Let's see about Draghi in 1 hour, if he comments anything or something. Okay, so price held above pivot point of 700s at the moment. Let's see how it will behave here at this 720s, 760s area. Held resistance here. Let's see if this resistance will hold now as well. And then it's gonna go below pivot point, retest it and go even lower to test 650s during the US session. But again, the more time price holds between these two levels or above, the more likely it will go further upside. Okay, so price failed to hold above 700s and found resistance twice here at 760s. Then keep holding support here at 720s. Now once this broke down, price sold off below 700 pivot point, retested initial balance high of today's session, broke down, found resistance here, broke down 700s, held resistance. Now selling off. Let's see how this will develop during US session, and if price goes at 600 and then or even lower, let's see how this will be interpreted today. Okay, so I scaled out most of the positions, still have 5 lots short. Let's see if this support here fails and have further downside, otherwise prices will just go back up to revisit 760s initially and then potentially 800s, let's say, but then we'll see how this will play out. I'm currently short. Okay, so shorted 6 lots more for this initial resistance. Let's see now if this holds down to the gap high area from Friday. Let's see if it go further down or if this one will support here and go back up. Okay, so close the short, support here held about for a potential breakout to the upside. Let's see how price will behave here and here at these levels, if it goes there, of course. These are my targets, so let's see how this will play out. Okay, so price rallied above. Now SPY held the resistance initially at 203. Let's see if this one, if this pullback will still be bought and goes even higher. Otherwise, this will just go down to retest 700s. Okay, so at the moment rally continues. SPY massive broke up 203s and now is almost 204s. Let's see this how this will play out if it goes up to 800s or even higher. But as I was saying earlier in this video and in my past videos, the more time price spends between these two levels or above, the higher the probability will go further from this side. In today's case is the upside. Okay, so let's see how this will play out. Now we had a retest at 50s and then a failure to hold above. So now it looks like going lower, but then if this cannot hold above these two previous resistances for the third retest, this could go very downwards. But at the moment I'm long against 700s. Let's see how this will play out and if price will go back up here at resistance 1 and 800s. Okay, so I shorted here against this high. Let's see how this will play out. The reason I did that is because I see euro dollar down to 107. If this support holds, then this will be inverse correlation with the index, so this will lead the index downwards. So let's see how this will play out. So if we put this into perspective on the 5 minute, you can see here many failed 5 minute candles. So the case here was resistance. Now resistance held almost there, but clearly at 50s. Let's see now if this could go retest the gap high here. And then if this doesn't hold, then this will probably go low down to 600. So let's see the correlation with the SPYs as well. So at the moment the index is playing the same game like before, like earlier in this day, almost held support here at 20s. Let's see now if this happens. Otherwise this is gonna be very aggressive downside. I'm currently long against 700s, basically against 710s. Let's see how this will play out. DAX SPY held support here at 203s. Let's see if the correlation matters today as well. Okay, so the big picture again held and this support held. Let's see now if price will break this out aggressively and goes up to 800s. I'm still long here at the 2750s breakout and scaled out most of the position. Let's see now how this will play out. I would like to see how SPY will behave at 204s. So close the most of the whole long position. You can see here perfect retest at 50s. Let's see now if SPY will hold above 203s and make a new high for the day. At the moment these levels are valid. Let's see which one will break from which side. I believe if an upside, then we'll have a retest of 800s. If a downside, we'll have a retest, will be judged here initially at 10.677s and then at 650s. Let's see which one will happen. Let's see now if this buyer at 700 will hold here. Otherwise, then price will just go lower. Euro dollar held support initially at 107. Bad things is the dollar index kind of topped out for the day against Thursday's high. Let's see how this will play out. But if this support here at 700 holds, then this is very good long, at least for 50s or even higher. Okay, so if we put this in perspective with the bigger picture from July highs to August lows, price today just hit perfectly resistance here at 769.80, which is a 61 Fibonacci retracement. This could be a very good short for long term, very good for a swing position. So let's see now if price closes below last week's low. This will be very, let's say, bad for bulls and very good for bears, because this might lead the index lower. But then we need to see the close as well. Now I shorted here for a breakdown, for a potential breakdown of these 700s, because I see a series of lower highs here, so this could probably exacerbate the price to the downside. Let's see how this will play out. One more reason this could be very good short is because DXY, which is the US dollar index, just topped out here at Thursday's high, so this would mean higher euro, and generally when dollar is correlated with equities. So let's see now how this will play out, if this is a real downside. SPY broke down to 03, so if SPY continues to the downside, then so DAX will. Let's see if this resistance hold here, and then we have a leg lower. Okay, so let's see how this important 700 level worked. Initially held support here and here, now broke down and looks like held resistance. If this resistance holds, then we'll have a leg lower, otherwise we'll just broke out again.
I am not aware.
Okay, long again
anything that
here
was
against
specific in the
700,
sense
support
that,
held,
would
SPY
appear
broke out
premonition
to
about a
03.
particular
Let's see
action
now
in
if this
Paris
will break out
would
aggressively.
allow.
Cancelled.
Shorted it quickly here against 700s. This one didn't hold, didn't broke out, so as soon as I saw this going back below 700s, I shorted. Let's see now if this can go finally down to 650s initially. So dollar weakness at the moment, euro dollar rallying back above, held support at 107 and making new
Cancelled.
highs since the support. SPY broke down to 3, is now retesting previous pullback low. Let's see how this will play out. At the moment, the big picture is that price failed to hold here and make a higher high against this level, so that would be very good short. And as I saw earlier in this video, this on the daily chart could be a very good opportunity for longer term. So let's see how this will play out, if it will break down this gap high low and then price aggressively sold off to 650s initially, and then potential target is 600, but then we'll need to break and hold below this level here. So let's see how this will play out. Once again long against 700. Let's see now if we have a breakout. I saw here price holding at 90s, then breaking out, then I got long. Let's see now if this will go up to 50s or even higher, or if it will just fails here and goes back down. Quick decisions here. Again, I reversed here at 95s. I saw this initial resistance here. Let's see now if this can go further down. Now we are closer to the European cash market close. SPY gapped up 203s and then sold off aggressively. Let's see how down and if this goes down to 50s. You need to be very quick at this kind of for this type of intraday trading opportunities. So let's see how this will play out. So price did hold support here at 80s. This is a pattern I have archived. Let's see if it could go back above or if this resistance will hold. But then again, this is kind of very choppy price action. The big meat, let's say, of the market for straight away price action was this one. Then you need to focus on different style and focus on the main areas like these ones. You could trade the range between here if you like, but then here again the big picture works. Resistance here at 50s, sell off. Let's see now how this will go.